The idea of reducing barriers and accessibility for students to materials is what drew me to the open educational resources and finding out more about it, and then eventually using it and doing it. As a reflective practitioner, it's allowed me to review and reflect upon the courses after the end, any changes or things that I need to adjust or modify to enhance the next experience of teaching that kind of course based on the data and information from the material usage from the students. Additionally, it's also changed the way I've engaged my students. So not just relying on textbooks, but I'm now using videos and podcasts as well as visual examples and more pictures and graphics to engage the learning process and experience of the students. I have 3 pieces of advice. The first piece is that change is scary, and it's typical to feel nervous and anxious about doing something brand new, but engaging this change and using OER resources is well worth it, especially when it really assists your students in accessing information that helps them succeed in their learning and in their goals. The second piece of advice I have would be to definitely do your due diligence in checking the credibility of the OER sources. Be mindful about, just like we do research, we check the credibility of sources. You want to do that same thing with OER sources to make sure that it aligns with your curricular goals and the needs of your courses. And then the last bit of advice would be that if you decide to use an ebook, make sure you check with the librarians to make sure that the ebook has a multi-user license and not a single user license. This could be very helpful and prevent delays and timing issues with accessibility for some of the resources that you may end up using with your students. If we believe education is an investment, then any opportunity to help our students save money that can be used for other opportunities for their learning and to enhance their experience is ideal, and it's worth it. Like, why wouldn't we want to help the students be successful and not have money or finances be a barrier for their learning experiences?